Today we are going to convert between mixed numbers and improper fractions. Mixed numbers have a whole number with a fraction, and an improper fraction means that our numerator is bigger than our denominator. Okay, so we have these set of steps to help us. We're going to first multiply the whole number by the denominator. Remember, this is your denominator. So here we have 4 times 8, which is 32. After that, we are going to add the numerator to 32, which gives us 34. And so this becomes our new numerator. And then we write the denominator. So our original denominator stays the same. So let's practice this. I converted, or I copied and pasted this fraction. So give me a second. So this is actually going to be 5 4/8. So let's change that together. Okay, so here we have 5 4/8. Okay, and we said our operation was going to be to multiply. So we're going to put a dot in between our whole number denominator and add our numerator. So first we have 5 times 8, and 5 times 8 is 40. After we multiply that, we are going to add our numerator. So we're going to add our numerator, which is 4, to get 44. So remember, this is our new numerator, and your denominator never changes. So let's write our new numerator, and we're going to put that over our old denominator. And now we have an improper fraction. So then we are going to go from our improper fraction into a mixed number. Okay, so we want to do fraction notation as division. So when we have an improper fraction, instead of 34 over 8, we want to say 34 divided by 8. And so step 1 is to set up a long division problem like this over here. And then we're going to divide like normal. And our remainder becomes our numerator. What we're dividing by becomes our denominator. And our quotient becomes our whole number. Okay, so example, convert 57 over 6. So 57 over 6. Instead of saying 57 over 6, we're going to say 57 divided by 6. So 57 comes first, so let's write 57 first. Then we're going to build a house over it, and then place the 6 right there. So we say, how many times does 6 go into 54? Sorry, I said the answer. I mean 57. 9 times 6 is 54. So 57 minus 54 gives us a remainder of 3. Okay, so this becomes our whole number. This becomes our numerator. And this becomes our denominator. So we have 9 and 3 over 6. Now we're going to look at our fraction, and right here we should notice that we can simplify that. And so we're going to say, what divides into 3 that also divides into 6? And our answer should be 3. Okay, so we're going to keep our whole number and say 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So now we have a mixed number. Okay, so let's try this one. Write 55 over 10 as a mixed number. So 51 over 10. We're going to say this is division. So 51 divided by 10. Fraction notation as division. We're going to write 51 first since it came first. Then we're going to build a house on it. And then we're going to write 10 as the divisor. How many times does 10 divide into 51? I'm going to go ahead and let you try this one and write your mixed number. Press pause and then press play once you have finished. Okay, so you should have gotten that 10 goes into 51 5 times. 5 times 10 is 50. 51 minus 50 has a remainder of 1. So this is your whole number. This is your numerator. And this is your denominator. So we get 5 and 1/10. Okay. Number 2. Write 8 and 5/6 as an improper fraction. So we have 8 and 5/6. So remember, our step 1 is going to be to multiply the whole number by the denominator. We're going to multiply here. And then step 2 is to add the numerator. And then it all goes back over the same denominator. Okay, so 8 times 6 is 48. Then we take 48 and we add 5 to that. So 48 plus 5 is 53. Okay, and it all goes over the same denominator. So we have our new numerator of 53, and 53 goes over 6. And then now we have an improper fraction. Okay, let's read this one. Gabby is making shakes, and the recipe calls for 5 1/4 cups of strawberry. What is this amount written as a fraction greater than 1? When it asks for a fraction greater than 1, it is asking for an improper fraction. Okay, so 5 1/4. We're going to make that improper. Go ahead and try this one on your own and press play once you have finished. Okay, so you should have multiplied 5 times 4 and then added 1. So 5 times 4 is 20. And then 20 plus 1 equals 21. And our numerator is 21, and our denominator stays the same. So now we have a fraction greater than 1. Number 4. Landon rode his bike 28 miles. What mixed number shows how far she rode her bike? So we have 28 miles over 3. Fraction notation as division. So we're going to write 28 first because it comes first. We're going to build a house on it, and we're going to divide by 3. How many times does 3 go into 28? It goes into 28 9 times. 9 times 3 is 27. 28 minus 27